Thanks for tuning back into the Four Skins Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Haynes. I got to my left, Bill Clark.
Howdy.
JT.
Sup.
And Corbin Taylor.
Hey, everybody.
Good. That was good. Anyways, we'll keep going. Nintendo confirms this week that they're not having any streaming services like Netflix or Hulu for the Nintendo Switch. Because, we just had 2 weeks ago, we had the Switch Treehouse event. Mm-hmm. What do y'all think? Is that going to be a deal breaker?
I think it's lame not to have that. You've got every other console has that, and then you're just going to take that away.
I feel like that's going to set them back a lot compared to other consoles, considering they all have...
We know they're not as powerful as the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. They don't have a streaming service, which is really lame because you can't turn your Switch on and then watch Netflix after you game a little bit. You have to switch over to another console.
But why would... Is it a deal breaker? Is it going to be the point of if they had this or didn't have this, you're going to buy it or not?
They have not impressed me yet, so I won't be purchasing it.
For me, I think if somebody only had one console and they were they didn't have any consoles and they were trying to get a console, if that were me, I would not get the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I don't know if that's so much a deal breaker for the Switch as much as if, like
Corbin
said, if I don't have a console, I'm looking to buy a console, that probably isn't a deal breaker for the Switch, but it's definitely kind of like a...
Because, why would I get the Nintendo?
Because now not only do you have to get the Nintendo Switch, which is $50 more than an Xbox or a PlayStation, but now you've got to buy a Roku, a Chromecast, or something that's another $30 more.
Right.
So you're really looking at close to $100 more to get both gaming and streaming. When you could buy just a more powerful component. Yeah. You have to really like Zelda or Mario to buy this Switch. Yeah. Pretty much is that.
Well, have you seen that the I know GameStop, I don't know if they have it back anymore or not, but I know GameStop in particular ran out of pre-orders for the Nintendo Switch.
Walmart has them back up.
I just don't...
Amazon was out for a while.
That was one of the things we were talking about, I think in a text message or something. How do you run out of pre-orders for a console?
I think it's I had read somewhere or heard on another Nintendo podcast that they're scared to overbuy from Japan. Like, Nintendo America is scared to overbuy for Japan, so they're buying...
So they don't just have things just sitting...
amount. Yeah, that's why they believe we ran out of NES, because they didn't know how big of a seller the NES Classic would be.
Right. Well...
So Tony, it's simple supply and demand. They drive up the want for it by saying it's sold out. When you hear it's already sold out with pre-orders, you're like, oh man, that thing's going to be awesome. I really want that. So they're driving the supply straight up with the demand.
I'm still waiting for a bundle before I would ever buy it. Keeping up with Nintendo, they also state after the new Legend of Zelda comes out, which is Breath of the Wild, comes out March 3rd, they're saying they're doing nothing else for the Wii U. No, I know you said software, because I was sure hazy on the games, but I know like hardware and things, they're not making them anymore. They're going to stick strictly to the Nintendo Switch. Which I think as a company, but is a good thing. But as far as like Xbox and PlayStation, they still supported and did things for their previous generations. What does that say about Nintendo just cutting off the Wii U completely? Does that mean that they've got enough confidence in themselves that the Nintendo Switch is going to do so great, or do they just say, or is it to the point? I mean, this is a stretch. That the Wii U was so bad that we're just going to not even care about it anymore.
I personally don't think the Wii U was that bad.
I enjoyed it. I had fun with it.
Wii U games were great, but if you tried to play mixed console games that were made on that platform as well, they were god awful.
And that's always been with Nintendo games, though.
This is just a thought. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know, but I think with them not making things for the Wii U anymore, that cuts their cost of. That cuts their costs in half because they're not putting their money into other things. They're just putting one console.
That makes sense because instead of making two different games for the Wii U and the Switch, they're just making just for the Switch. I like that. That's a good way to look at it. One more other Nintendo news. We've got Super Mario Run finally comes out in March for Android users. You can pre-register now on Google Play, so basically you get a notification. I don't know if any of you guys played. I know you got an Android. but I know you two now have
And I
iPhone.
played the first level.
See, I played the stuff
When I
that
found
was
out you had
free.
to buy more, I was
Yeah.
just like,
I think you get 4 free levels, and then like the other is it 10, maybe 15, something like that. You had to pay $10 for. So, which
I think
at
there were
$10, yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it was 16, which isn't a bad price for a Super Mario game if you're bored. But that's not just going to work for me.
I just couldn't spend that much money on a mobile game.
So I know you're the only one here who's got an Android device. Are you actually going to buy the Mario Run or?
Well, yes, I do have an Android device because the Android is the better platform. But no, I will not be pre-ordering Mario because I'm just not a Mario fan. It's not the price. I think if you like mobile gaming, you should go ahead and pay the $10 because.
But you're not
You're not-
much of a mobile gamer though, yeah.
I play mobile games regularly.
Mhm.
I would say. There's a MOBA I play on mobile that's pretty fun.
You're gonna have to let me know so I can play with you.
Oh, I'll let you play with me.
I started playing Two Dots, I think is the name of it. Where it's a
Bless you.
it's
My
such a
fiance
fun game.
is like on level 200 or something.
Yeah, I'm on like 23, and it's so
I think-
frustrating.
I think
It's-
Shelby plays.
It's extremely
Yeah.
annoying. It's a basic.
You would love it.
I've never played it
It's a
blue,
basic white
green.
girl.
Oh,
Those are
right.
magenta.
Colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it's funny because he's colorblind.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not gonna buy it because I'm just not nostalgic for Mario.
Yeah, that's
If
and
I
that's
wanted to
the-
play Mario, I don't like it enough to pay $10 for Mario.
right.
I might consider the Fire Emblem when it comes out.
Yeah, because Nintendo, since we're still on the subject, well, so you were saying because I didn't actually watch the Fire Emblem Treehouse event, but you saw some clips and highlights of it for like you said there was 2 new Fire Emblems for the DS.
I want to say there's 2 coming for the DS, 1 for the Switch and 1 for mobile. It could be 1 DS, 2 Switch, and 1 mobile.
I've
But
seen
there's
the
4.
well, so Fire
I'm
Emblem
pretty sure.
Warriors is for the Switch, so that's already 1. And if you're like a Dynasty Warriors fan or a fan
Okay.
of any of the,
Then it-
What is Fire Emblem?
I've never heard
It's
of it.
like a
it's a Nintendo
it's
RPG,
like a real
right?
time or like a turn-based RPG. Like
Really?
you have
It's been
characters that can
around
only.
forever.
It
Have you played
almost-
Final Fantasy Tactics?
Uh-uh.
Okay. So it's basically you have everybody all the enemies on the map, and then you send your guys up to them, and then they take turns attacking each other, and the enemies have a turn to move, and then you guys move around again,
Yeah.
and then you attack each
Huh.
other and stuff like that.
For anyone listening, that was our director Jason filling us in on that.
I was
So-
about
This is getting cut out. This part's getting cut out, so don't worry about it.
But I've not played one on the DS. I played it on some other consoles, and it's a pretty fun game. And then I've also played other kind of turn-based
Yeah.
strategy games
Yeah.
like that. So it's fun. I'll probably buy the one for the DS. I might actually go out and buy.
A new DS.
No,
Oh.
I'm not buying a new DS because I don't know how long they're going to be developing for
It's a
with
good
the
point.
Switch coming out.
Yeah.
Mhm. I've just never been a
Mm.
big fan of mobile games. Like I used to play like Clash of Clans like very
Regularly.
regularly,
Well,
but not enough to where I would spend money for it.
Do you
There's-
like Smite?
Yeah, and it's all right.
Do you-
I've tried it.
There's a game called Vainglory. On
Oh, I've
mobile.
played that. I've played it.
Edit that out.
is it free?
Yeah, it's free to play. It's free to play, and you don't pay to win. You the money you spend is for like skins. Like
Oh, I didn't know
Like
that.
foreskins.
I could play that. Ah, good plug.
Thanks.
So there was only, in my eyes, there's only one big game that came out this week. It was Gravity Rush 2 for PlayStation. It's a PlayStation exclusive made by Sony Interactive Experience.
that would make
I
sense.
think is what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never played the first one, but this one looks fun. It's
What's
like
the premise?
you're a lady. It's like I don't want to say it's like cartoony, but it's like futuristic cartoonish.
Mm-hmm.
Is it kind of like a Mirror's Edge graphic style?
Kind of add more colors. Add more
so
colors
not
and like
just red and
laser
white.
effect-ish.
Okay.
It's really cool. I might, if I don't have any copyright issues, I'll probably have the trailer playing as we're sitting there talking about it. But it looks like a lot of fun. Like you've got a pet that can shapeshift, from what I understand, and like the touchpad on the DualShock 4 is how you control gravity
Oh, that's
and
cool.
things like that. It's open world, but
like
like
that they-
a linear open world.
I like that they implemented the touch thing.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
A lot of games don't use that.
I love that and I hope that. Again, I've never played it, and I am thinking about buying it. I hope they use the speaker on the controllers too, because I feel like that adds a bunch to the controller.
Like Grand Theft Auto when the
Yeah.
walkie-talkies, the cops are going on.
Yeah, I
It's cool.
love
Yeah.
it.
I just had a mind blow. I didn't know there was a speaker on the.
Yeah. Oh
controller.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
That's
like,
the thing. Like a lot of games don't use those features.
and I've never
On the
understood
controller, I
that.
don't get it.
If
Yeah.
it's especially if it's a PlayStation exclusive, you should use it.
Mm-hmm.
But like Grand Theft Auto is not a PlayStation exclusive, and it does fine.
Yeah.
And
And
it's
like the
like
controller of the
just-
light,
Yeah, the
lights
lights
up when
change.
the police
I
are
love
after you.
that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh,
it'll,
no, I
it'll
didn't
flash
know
red
that.
and blue, like police.
That's
Well, like
crazy.
if you're in the dark,
So
Like-
he's gonna see like red and gray.
yeah, he'll see like red. No,
I'll
he'll see gray
something
and blue.
bright. Yeah.
He'll see
It'll
something
be
flashing.
something flashing.
So Injustice 2, we had a new trailer come out for it. It was the official story trailer for the game. And it's really exciting because they're pitting like the Trinity, the Batman,
Jesus.
the Holy Ghost. So Batman, they officially confirmed Wonder Woman and Superman. It looks like they're all fighting against each other, especially with Supergirl's in it too. So it looks like they're all trying to battle each other. Like the whole thing is, which side are you going to pick? So I really don't want to. I don't know what storyline they're going to go for this because you being the comic reader you are, they're going to base the comics after the game. So I wonder what. So it's not a game being based on comics, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
We've got games that are based on comics and movies and things like that. But at the very end of this trailer, they said you get Darkseid with the pre-order bonus.
Oh, that's cool.
And Darkseid, for the ones who don't know DC things, he's a very who's Darkseid?
He's their Thanos.
He's
Yeah.
their Thanos.
Yeah, so he's
for,
the ultimate evil.
yeah.
The supreme bad guy always takes the entire DC universe to bring him down.
Does he have his own planet? Doesn't he make a planet or something?
Yeah. Well, it depends on the versions you read. In the New 52 Justice League, he had his own planet that was full of slaves.
Yeah.
And the,
Sounds like my kind of planet. So you said they're basing the comics off of the game.
Yep.
Now
That's what the
So-
first game. They're
the Injustice comic.
yeah, they
came
still
out.
have an ongoing
Oh, okay.
comic series just from the first one, and that came out.
Yeah, because they're
4
on
or
like
5 years
Yeah,
ago.
they're on year 5, I think.
I know when
So is
when Mortal Kombat X came out, they had a series of comics. I don't know if it was the comics off of the game or the game off the comics. Pretty sure it was the comics off of the game.
Right.
But I don't know if it's still going or not, because I have like 1 through 5.
I don't think it is.
It's
Yeah.
not going
I
anymore.
don't think
it's
so.
not.
No.
Oh, okay.
so the same team that writes and does the comics, are they also involved in the game, or is somebody else
No,
writing this
DC
game?
DC will have a writer that's doing the comic, and it will just be based on the game.
Okay,
So
Okay.
That's interesting. I didn't even think about something
yeah,
like
it
that.
won't
That's a
be
good
it won't
question.
be like the
like Zack Snyder's not writing the game and the comics,
Right.
is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, speaking of the Darkseid pre-order, this is a game. This is a topic that's controversial in the gaming community. What do you all think about pre-orders and like DLC? Like you get this certain map if you pre-order, or you get the certain weapon.
I do not like them because they're taking things out of what should have been the base game and then putting a price tag on it. I don't like it.
I've heard multiple ways, and I don't know who said it. It might be someone that's at this table. So if I'm quoting you, I do apologize and not remembering it. But I feel like they are selling me an incomplete game.
Yep. And when so many people pre-order a game like that, you get Watch Dogs, the first one.
And it lets you know that you can pre-order.
Yeah.
Or you get
I'm completely
No
against
Man's Sky.
pre-order.
Or you get No
I am
Man's
too.
Sky.
Yeah.
Especially
What's-
when you have pre-orders for like Call of Duty, where or my biggest thing was with Battlefield 1, you pre-order and you get the game like 4 days early.
That
So
was
you get
so-
all this extra leveling up, so
Mhm.
when everyone else gets it, you can be
You just
leveled
get
whatever
kill 'em all.
the fuck you want.
It's
Right.
unfair for everyone.
Yeah, it's completely
Yeah.
unfair. You get broken games, you get
Mhm.
unfinished products, you get
What's it? What would it take everybody not pre-ordering games to let the gaming companies
That's
know
the
that
only
you
way
can't do
it'll
that?
It's definitely not going to happen.
I don't think it because you'll
I think-
always have people who pre-order it.
Mhm.
yeah.
It depends with certain games.
It's going to take a large amount of people to make a change like that.
Well,
'Cause,
like,
I mean, you still have people pre-ordering Call of Duties
Yeah.
every year.
and I've
I mean,
never understood.
There's
that.
a guy at my work who, whenever a cool game comes out, he sees the trailer, boom, he calls his
Yep.
GameStop and he pre-orders it immediately.
Well, see, I just don't like. There's certain games I will pre-order. Like,
Elder Scrolls. I will pre-order
yeah,
the next Elder Scrolls.
like
game.
if there's a
But-
if I think there's going to be a game that sells out before I can get to the store,
Mhm.
I will
Name me one
pre-order.
time that's happened. Name me one time a game sold
Dead
out before
Island.
you got to the store.
and you've not been
Dead
able to
Island.
within a
It
week.
Dead
took
Island's
me
a-
a month to get that Island
Yeah.
when it came out.
Really?
If
Yeah.
when it came out for 360,
Mhm.
it sold out everywhere. I eventually bought mine off of Walmart, and that says a lot. I don't
Yeah.
buy things at Walmart.
Was it
I've
even
never
sold
known
out
about a
of
game
Amazon?
selling out like
Yeah,
that.
Dead Island took about.
I don't. It might have been sold
Well-
out on Amazon.
Here's another
Was
thing.
that an indie game or was that a major?
You
It
will
was-
never.
Who made that?
Who did make?
I don't remember.
It's.
I don't think
I'll
it was
put it
indie.
down the screen.
I don't think it was indie.
think it was indie because they made a second one. Or they're
Mhm.
making a second one.
I guess also though, if you're not worried about physical copies, you never have to worry about a game selling out because you can always just
I'm
digitally download it.
I'm more of like a collector type.
Yeah, I have
so
to- I'd
I
much
have to
rather
have
collect
physical. It's just it's something I've always done. It's the type of gamer that I am. So
we
I
do.
have to have the physical copy.
I mean, I'm not the type of person that needs physical copies
I'm with you, JT.
because all they're gonna do is sit on a shelf
Mhm.
if you don't play them.
And what? You won't be able to trade it in, so you won't be able to get what? Your $13
Yeah.
from GameStop?
Yeah, you get 13 for like
So that's a valid
you
point.
can buy it like Call of Duty was like $20. You could have bought it for 60, turn around and trade.
For
it
me,
back
I don't
for
know why.
20.
It's just a different thing, like having the physical thing that you can like
Open up
like
and-
open up and.
No, I get it. I'm
and-
the same with the book. Like, I don't
Yeah,
do
like-
digital books
yeah.
because of that. But
Yeah.
comics, I mean,
It's just
not
something different about it for me. And
games. I'm
Yeah.
just
Then when
different.
you
Well,
get scratched, you're like,
and
I could
I
have had a
think I
digital
gotta-
copy.
I decided I pretty much quit buying physical copies when I bought a game from GameStop, and then my Xbox refused to install it. So then, ever since then, I was like, I'll never buy a used game or a physical
Yeah.
copy. So I have very few physical copies of any game.
So this is another controversial. I know you brought this up to the group text. What do you guys think about virtual reality gaming?
Oh, real quick. When he brought this up in the group text, none of us were allowed to respond to what we think of virtual gaming. Because
Yeah.
somebody wanted it to only be discussed on the
'Cause,
podcast.
It was out of
Stalin
their.
over here.
It was out of their.
You're
contract.
legally not allowed to talk about this in the group text.
Yeah.
That was verbatim what the text
Yeah.
message said.
Very
Chancellor
true.
Stalin over here.
Anyways, so what do you guys think about VR? Do y'all think it's going to take off the way everyone wants it to, or like have y'all ever seen the movie Gamer with Gerard Butler?
Mhm.
No.
So premise of this movie was it didn't get any good ratings.
Has our director seen it?
Have you seen
No.
Gamer?
No, I know it's about though. It's like prisoners are being like controlled by
Yep,
people
by
who are
gamers.
Yeah.
So that was one of the first movies that I saw that had virtual reality gaming, and everything you do and see was you were taking control of a prisoner. These prisoners were on death row, and you throw them into the world for like a war. But anyways, virtual reality that's what I want it to be. I don't. Not
Is that what you're into?
Prisoners sent them to their death.
Nazi over here.
not like killing people, but
No, absolutely.
fully immersive. That's what I
Right.
want to go with. I like virtual reality because we had I know some of y'all got to play with this when I had it, like the little Google Cardboard virtual reality. It was cool, but I would rather have like a fully immersive virtual reality environment where I can run around, walk around on some sort of treadmill and aim my gun around, look everywhere, and be able to
You
control
know
it.
what that's called?
Going
The
outside.
U.S. military.
Oh.
I
Get
think
a full-on experience. But
What do you guys think? Do y'all? What do y'all?
I think it has potential, but I think that more like game companies and stuff need to actually take control of it
Right. Like
and implement that into more more games.
Yeah.
As they come out. 'Cause
Like-
right now, there's only a handful of.
PlayStation's got their PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
But is it worth the price tag though? PlayStation VR, depends where you bought it, depends what bundle you got. Runs minimum I saw was $600. Keep in mind you have to have the PlayStation 4 for
so
this
that's
to
not
work.
including the.
No, that's not including the PlayStation.
What comes with the bundle?
The headset, a stand for the headset. Some cases the PlayStation camera you have to have, and then the move sticks that you can use for whatever the games.
I probably wouldn't get it until a couple more years when
it's like the
work all the
biggest
kinks
thing.
out. Yeah, like when
Yeah,
it's actually
kinks
worked
See,
out.
here's my thing. I probably won't get it because of medical reasons. I am very easily triggered from migraines, and looking at screens is a major cause for that. So when I play video games, I have to take a break after like a couple hours sometimes. Cause
Have those?
horrible headaches. If I have a screen right here,
Yeah.
I will. I've done the Kohl's has like one you can get for like $40 where you just put your phone in it.
Yeah.
I did that, and I did maybe 5 minutes, and I had to take it off because my eyes were hurting
My
so
thing,
bad.
my thing with those is I get dizzy
Yeah.
from them. Like the
Motion
thing.
it was like the
sickness.
Oculus Rift or something, and like it was like the roller coaster.
Yep.
I got so dizzy. from
Yeah,
that. That was insane.
I get motion
Like, I
sickness
don't-
bad. So
I don't know if it's worth the price right now. Like, because you have to have the PlayStation, which is I think it's what $300 just for like the basic PlayStation 4. Got to buy the camera. Camera's another $60.
I didn't know the camera was required for it.
It's I don't know why. And then the headset, which again depends what you buy. If you just buy the headset, I think it might be minimum $600. And then some games had like the Batman VR. You have to have the play.
Yeah.
Because like to put on the cowl, the big black thing you put on your face. So I don't know if it's worth it right now.
I would say not right now.
What's it
I would
going to
say-
take for you to get it though? Like I mean, because I want something fully immersive. For
well,
the
I
game.
think the HTC Vive for PC,
Mhm.
I think it's capable to where you can move around. Like it's supposed to
have like motion
have sensors and stuff to where now you've got to have a whole basically dedicated room.
right.
My
Just for
thing
just
is like
for
if
this,
you're moving
but-
around with a thing on your face, how do you not run into like a wall? Or
That
something?
well, that's what it's got like a camera on it. So like somehow like it's almost like a VR/AR from what I'm understanding. And you've got two like other things that you set up to, I guess, to let you know if you're getting close to.
right.
Oh, so
A
you make a
wall?
little like the Zumba, like you can set the thing up so it wouldn't
Roomba,
go
not a
Roomba.
Zumba.
Yeah,
Zumba's the
Roomba's-
dance.
That's
party.
right. That's
Zumba.
Like I'm pretty sure the HTC
Both white
Vive
girl
is
things.
set up. It's set
I
up
wouldn't
to where
mind
you
that
can
one.
move physically, get up and move around the room.
Right.
you're in. But then again, you've also got to think of so now you've got to have a PC which is powerful enough. Which if I had a PC in a room, I would absolutely buy the HTC
Right.
Vive.
Mhm.
Well,
Because of how cool that is.
Because I've seen the things like I've shared on social media. It's like a little, like a circular stand. It's got little treadmill kind of things in there, and you can turn and walk around in it. But like you got a little harness too.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else has seen
I've
it,
seen
but
it,
like
yeah.
I would love. That's what I would want from virtual reality. Thing is, I would lose a bunch of weight because I'm not just sitting on my butt playing video games. I'm actually out there moving. But that brings it to the thing about jumping.
See,
Could
I feel
you
like
jump
somebody,
with it? Could you crouch with
I
it?
just thought
I feel like
of
somebody would
money
find a
making
way to do like
opportunity.
what they did with the Wii Fit and like somehow like end up sitting on the couch and doing everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the
Like,
Wii Fit board.
Yeah, the board. I feel like they'd find a way to get around.
Well, this
We should
isn't
create-
copyrighted, so no one can take this idea now that's on the air.
I'm not going to talk. Well, yeah, because I'll never have the money to fund it. We should get basically like a VR gym and get a bunch of those things. Like the little treadmills. And it'd be like playing like
what do they
Call
do?
of Duty VR.
What do they do in
so
Japan?
everyone's
What are
like
those
running
called?
around and acting like
The
free.
things in Japan, the computer dens, the somebody help me out here.
Internet cafes.
Internet cafe. It would be just like an internet cafe
But for
with virtual reality and everything. That's all we have for this show this week. Everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support, all the criticism, all the feedback we've gotten. Next week, we're actually going to do something new. We got asked to come out to Game Cave 2 in Hendersonville's, their grand reopening. Dave, one of our friends there, asked if we could come out and record there for once. So we'll have our first not sitting at this table podcast.
Will there be snacks?
I don't know.
Hey,
We
Dave.
will also probably be in shirts since we're going to be out in public.
Yeah.
I
so
thought you
that's-
said you didn't have a problem with this, Ranger.
Well, I don't think he has a problem with this, but I don't know how.
If I walked into a comic shop and saw 4 dudes sitting around without shirts on, I'd be like,
That's true.
Yeah,
somewhere
yeah,
else.
something
I'm not
to
gonna
go.
go anymore.
So if anybody wants to come out, should be there around 12ish, recording about 12:30ish. So if anyone wants to come in and stop by on the podcast, we can ask you questions, talk, and hang out. Or if you want to watch the podcast live as it's happening, you can do that as well. Keep updated on our Twitter pages and everything like that. If you want to follow me at Twitter, I'm at Ty_Hames.
TerraBill_22.
Justin C. Taylor 92.
Coral_Reef 126.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
that's
about
I'm
right.
pretty sure I told you.
You can follow our Twitter page at the4_skins. I'll have that flash around the page as well. Thank you for coming here with us. I know audio hasn't been the best and lighting hasn't been the best. We are working diligently on these issues, some more than others. I haven't been working that hard on it, but we're going to get mics. This is a podcast that's going to continue to evolve. Don't forget to hit subscribe down below. Like the video as well. We'd love for people to share it. So share that around. Comment if you feel like it. If you have any feedback for us, that's the best way to reach us is on the actual YouTube page. So, guys, thanks again for watching. Hopefully, we'll see you next week at the Game Cave 2. If not, we'll see you next week on YouTube. Thanks, everyone.
Goodbye.